It's time for you to find out what you wanted to know all week. You waited long enough. We're going to find out and tell you right now. There it is. Who won the week? My Game of Thrones super panel has been assembled. We have formed Game of Thrones Voltron. Tiffany Cross, who won the week? I put two different type of movies together like that. That was weird.
I love it. All right, Joy, I know you win Who Won the Week every time, but I think I got you beat today.
Okay.
I do. Who won the week this week? HBCUs. And let me tell you why. Queen Bee, Beyonce, dropped Homecoming this week, and if you have not seen it, it's a spiritual experience. Go and worship at the feet of Beyonce. It celebrates everything amazing and beautiful about HBCUs, and it came at an amazing time because Congresswoman Alma Adams is putting together a hearing this week, or in the next few weeks, I'm sorry, to talk about HBCUs receiving less funding from the SBA than other institutions, which is very timely, and it came at a time when right here in D.C. at Howard University, there are a lot of gentrifiers in the area who walk their dogs through the yard, let them defecate on the yard, use it as like their open personal space. And they interviewed some of the students and some of the neighbors. And one man had the temerity to say that if Howard doesn't like it, they should lose or remove their campus, which I think blew everybody's mind because it came at a time where we just saw all these tears and, 24 hours of breaking news at the burning down of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, which was, of course, awful and terrible. And I totally understand that and respect that. But the same way some people value that institution, Black worshipers value their black churches that burned down in the South. Native Americans value their land that you ran pipelines through. And HBCU students value the yard. Do not disrespect the yard. And to have somebody, this descendant of colonizers who's gentrifying a neighborhood, say, if you don't like me letting my dog poop on your campus, then you should move it. It just baffles my mind. So when I saw Beyonce's Homecoming for the 8th time this morning, I'm filled with pride about HBCUs. The poor man's Tiffany Cross, Jason Johnson, teaches at an HBCU. We went to an HBCU. So I just want to shout out to HBCUs today. You have love here today.
And she got a shot at Jason in there, too. That was a strong
strays every time. Every time.
It's part of the brand. It's what people expect. Don't let the people down.
It's what I'm used to.
Get what they want. Okay, Jason, now we're going to get, you know what? You know how fair this show is? We're fair and balanced because we're going to let you respond. We're going to make you stay silent. Oh, no, I'm not going to keep talking until the very end of the segment. No,
we don't have any dogs walking through Morgan yet.
Any minute now, I'm going to let you in. I'm not going to cease. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
My winner of the week is Eboni K. Williams. Eboni K. Williams is a former political and legal analyst at Fox News. She did a fantastic interview this week on The Breakfast Club where she talked about how Fox was basically created to demonize African Americans, to make the other seem more dangerous to this country. And not only is that a valuable explanation from an insider as to why we get the sort of white nationalism light from Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham, but also because she made all of us winners by speaking truth to power. Joy, we all talk about this on and off camera. There's only about 20 or so African Americans who get to do this kind of work, who get to be on the air, share our experience and our expertise. Me, Malcolm Nance, Michael Steele, Tara Dowdell, that other lady who's on the other side of the camera. Only a few of us really get to do this kind of work on a regular basis. So when someone speaks to the kind of challenges that we all face, both in front and behind the camera, she not only speaks for those of us who have voices, but for the next group of voices and for those voices that are silenced. So for me, Eboni Williams is the winner of the week.
Oh, well, see, these are both really good. These are strong contenders because you're absolutely right. And it's valuable. Airtime is very valuable, and there are not very many people of color, African Americans and other people of color who get to do it. So I agree with that. These are very good options. However, as the mother of dragons, Tiffany Cross has said, only one person decides who wins the week. And that is me. It is I. And I am going to pick somebody who kind of dovetails a little bit with what Tiffany had to say, because this week, when everyone saw the Notre Dame fire, I think the whole world took a collective gasp, and everyone was shocked by seeing that beautiful edifice burn, 800 years of history sort of go up in flames. But for a lot of people, it just really made even more poignant and more painful the loss of 3 sanctuaries in Louisiana, black churches that, are not famous, are not well-known edifices. They're not the subject of tourism all over the world. But the loss of those sanctuaries was also poignant and was tragic for those congregations. And on this Easter Sunday, I had to pick the folks who donated. Look at the donations that poured in when it was pointed out to people, principally by a friend of mine, Yashar Ali, who is a wonderful journalist, a wonderful friend, just a wonderful person, who took it upon himself to tweet about a GoFundMe that was raising money for these churches. The goal was to raise $1.8 million. Before long, Chrissy Teigen jumped in, celebrities jumped in, people on the right, people on the left, everybody jumped in and ended up giving up to, you can see it's now more than $2 million for those churches. They deserve to also be rebuilt. So, you know, God bless you, all of the people who donated. You still can donate, by the way, and get in. So that's my Who Won the Week. I had to pick that because those churches deserve to be. It's Easter Sunday, and you know what? Let's see those churches rebuilt as well. There they are. I do have an honorable mention, though. And my honorable mention is a young man named Amar Campanajjar, who ran against Duncan Hunter Jr. And Duncan Hunter Jr. is a guy who had some felony issues. He really is not supposed to leave the United States. But let me play you a little bit of the stunt that he pulled this week in Yuma, Arizona. in Arizona.
So here is the grand border wall in Yuma, Arizona. This is what we expect to stop people, transnational terrorists, families, all illegal aliens from coming across the border. This is it. It looks pretty tough to cross. Let me see if I can do it. Hey, there we go. That's how easy it is to cross the border here in Yuma, Arizona.
Okay, he didn't cross the border. That is not the border. He's like 95 miles from the border because he's not allowed to leave the United States. He's just at a fence inside the United States. It was a total stunt. Amar Campanajjar, who's going to run against him again, pointed that out, put him on blast. And you know what, Amar Campanajjar, you are the runner-up to Who Won the Week. Thank you, Jason Johnston and Tiffany Cross. Happy Easter. More AM after the break.